Tonight's broadcast is made possible by Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Ironworkers Local 395, proud to be union. Four Seasons Mechanical, quality and comfort is our guarantee. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn. Pulse Technology, leading the way in technological innovation for over 70 years. Visit Michigan City LaPorte, closer than you think, better than you imagine. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. Bricklayers Local 4, the best hands in the business. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Blythe's Team Sports, where the athlete shops. And Hampton Inn, downtown Indianapolis. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Softball Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. We come to you tonight from Hobart High School as the Region Sports Network presents live coverage of Indiana High School softball. It's the 4A Regional Championship as the Lake Central Indians take on the Hobart Brickies. I'm Cam Later, now the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Good evening, everybody. Time to hand out some hardware today as the march down south to state continues here on this Tuesday night. And let's face it here, this is a teams that had two very different regular seasons. It's a Hobart team that went 11-17-1 in the regular season, but 1-11 in Northwest Crossroads competition, while Lake Central dominated in the regular season, 27-2, 13-1 in Duneland Conference, winning the league's regular season title. But it's the postseason. You can throw everything that happened before away. It's a winner-take-all game, which means anything can happen. To get you now the starting lineups for today's game, and tonight's batting orders are powered by Great Lakes Sports Hub, where athletes train harder, recover smarter, and compete at their best. Elevate your game at the Hub. We'll start with Lake Central. The visitors are 27-2 overall, 13-1. Michaela Van Vosten will lead it off at second. Maddie Wainwright, the catcher, bats second. Lexi Oema, there's the shortstop, batting third. Tegan Tripp, the third baseman, cleans it up. The pitcher, Maddie Such, bats fifth. Sophia Beals at first base, bats sixth. Emma Wilkins in right field, bats seventh. Caitlin Stryler is the DP, batting eighth. And Piper Urbanski bats ninth in center field. They'll be going up against Allie Snyder. Snyder, the senior, and she is tonight's Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurler for today, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. And for the Brickies, it'll be the senior right-hander in Snyder, 0-0 with a 5.67 ERA. Across 58 innings of work, she's allowed 47 earned runs. That is your Enigenberg Exterior Home Improvement Hurler for today's game. For Hobart, we'll have the Brickies starting lineup and the other Home Improvement Hurler for Lake Central upon the bottom of the first inning. We have a conference here in the circle as well as our three umpires getting together. And while they do that, we'll give you the game night forecast, which is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, a comfortable 72 degrees with sunshine, breeze blowing out into the left field corner, which should help the ball carry in this one. That's the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Umpiring crew still in a conference together. And the conversations will continue. As we are still waiting to figure out what the exact delay is about. Both teams are wearing the same uniform, so you wonder if that could play a factor in this situation here. They're both wearing all black uniforms, but seems unlikely. That's why we'd be delayed. I feel like if that was going to be an issue, it would have come up during the pregame. A good crowd on hand here at Hobart High School. A lot of visiting fans making the trip over from Lake Central. Brickies and their crowd well supported here in the purple and black. And the Brickies have been on a great run here in the postseason. A stretch where they've been playing some great ball as well. As they've taken down Portage, Maryville, and Valparaiso in the sectional to get to this one here this afternoon. Like Central, meanwhile, only having to play 2 games in their sectional, which they hosted. And they took down Munster and Crown Point in 2 very tight games. 2-1 and 3-1 were the final scores in that one. Still waiting here for the all clear to go ahead and play. We are slightly ahead of schedule. Scheduled first pitch time of 5 o'clock. Umpires still getting together, so we'll take our first break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack & Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack & Van Til.
Need a winning formula? We have one. Region Sports is powered by Pulse Technology, the official toner provider of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. This looks like the commotion has been figured out while we were away, and Snyder, we got a couple more warm-up tosses here before we're all scheduled to go. Winner will head downstate to the semi-states as part of this winner go home bracket that the IHSAA uses throughout all their championship events. Brookies and the Indians getting set to go. They did not meet during the regular season, so the first matchup of the season for these two sides, and it comes with a trophy on the line here tonight. And this will be the defense behind Snyder for Hobart. Turley in left, Geib in center, Thiel in right, Balatovich at third, Hornak at short, Gaffin at second, Weber at first. Coons will catch. And we're all set to go. Eight side wearing black. The big difference is purple caps and helmets for Hobart, blue socks, blue caps, and blue helmets for Lake Central. Michaela Van Vossen is the second baseman. A .415 hitter on the year. She's driven in 35. And we're all set to go in this regional championship game. And the first pitch is in there for strike one. Lake Central 27-2 on the season, 13-1, winning the Duneland Conference's regular season championship. The 0-1. Off the end of the bat to third. Balatovich handles the chance, and on 2 pitches, there's the game's first out. Wainwright, the catcher, will step in, a junior. And the team's top hitter in terms of batting average. She's hitting at a .556 clip this season. Second most hits of anyone on the team with 50. In 90 at-bats on the year, she takes ball one from Snyder. The big thing for Snyder is, can she keep the ball in the strike zone today? That was a big conversation point for this coaching staff coming into this one today. 45 walks and only 41 strikeouts. She falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes. Two out. In off the hands in a shallow left field, charging in and making a basket catch is the left fielder and Alexis Turley, and there's 2 away. Iwema will step up, the shortstop. The team's leader in home runs and RBI takes strike one. So Lake Central team loaded with collegiate prospects. There's strike 2. Iwema behind 4 Division I commits on this Indians roster this season. Here comes an 0-2. Good idea from Snyder and a good take there from Iwema. Shortstop hitting .512 on the season, 44 for 86. Behind the ball and 2 strikes. And she ropes that one through the right side for a 2-out single. First hit of the ball game. Iwema's 45th hit on the season. And it'll be the team's hit leader in Tegan Tripp to step up. Doesn't have the highest average of any hitter, but she has 51 hits, which is the most of any Lake Central batter. There's strike 1. Taken outside, and we will scamper back to first base. 1-1 the count with 2 away. First 2 retired rather quickly from Snyder. And the 2-strike, 2-out single from Iwema. And that one misses away. It's 2 balls and a strike. Winner of our game here will play the winner of the Penn Elkhart Regional Championship game in semi-states on June 6th. Just missed, and it goes to 3-1. Big key to the game for Lake Central when we talked with Yvette Tilvar, the head coach of the Indians, was about controlling the strike zone offensively and being able to apply pressure on this Hobart staff and defense, and they're doing so here with 2 outs. The single and now a walk on 5 pitches for Tripp. Here's the pitcher, Such, who's batting at a .476 clip as well. There's no breaks really in this offense. University of Kentucky commit. She's got the UK emblem on the side of her batting helmet. And she watches a 1-0 miss high. You'll see her in the circle in the bottom of the first inning, where she has been one of the region's best. Nice job there from Snyder finding a strike. She needed that one there after the 5-pitch walk a moment ago. Snyder making her now team high 23rd appearance on the season in the circle. Comes home with a 2-1. It's lifted in the air to right field. Teal towards the line. Dives and she can't get there. Iwema scores, trip around third. She'll come in across as well. It's a bases clearing triple for Maddie Such, and it's 2-0 Lake Central. A moment ago, we were just talking about the pressure that Lake Central's wanting to apply tonight in this one, and they're already applying it early. 3 straight 2-out base runners for the visitors tonight. Sophia Beals will be the batter, but first we'll see our courtesy runner for her. Kenzie Johnson will courtesy run for her. Johnson, a freshman for LC. Meanwhile, Hobart just trying to limit the damage here in the first. That's ball 1. Beals will play first base today. Has driven in 30 on the season. And she watches a strike. For Such, that was her 35th and 36th run driven in this season. Here's the 1-1. And the dirt, good block there from Coons. In there, 2-2. And feel for Snyder, we got 2 quick outs. And Lake Central's 3, 4, and 5 hitters so far have made her pay. 2 of those hits coming with 2 strikes. Here's another 2-2 pitch inside. May have been a little bit high as well. If you're Hobart, if you can get away with only allowing 2 here, you'll obviously not ideal, but you'll take that as a win here early on. That's strike 3 swinging, and the inning comes to a close. Nice job by Snyder, but Lake Central strikes first in the 2 RBI triple from the pitcher. We'll go to the last of the first inning here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Tonight's batting lineup for Hobart are powered by Great Lakes Sports Hub, where athletes train harder, recover smarter, and compete at their best. Elevate your game at the Hub. The Brickies line up like this offensively. Nora Hornack, the shortstop, leads it off. Kylie Bolatovich will bat second. She's at third base. Aurora Shashelski is the DP batting third. Alexis Coons, the catcher, bats fourth. Addie Gaffin at second base, bats fifth. Alexis Turley in left field, bats sixth. Riley Weber, the first baseman, bats seventh. Riley Geib is the center fielder in the eighth spot. And Sierra Teal in right field bats ninth. They're up against the righty Maddie Such, 13-1 with a .92 earned run average. She is tonight's Ennigenberg Exteriors home improvement hurler for Lake Central. Ennigenberg Exteriors, your all-in-one roofing specialist. Visit ebergexteriors.com for a quote. Bottom of the first begins with a pitch up and in. Hornak leads the team in runs scored for Hobart with 32 on the year. The junior batting it at .370. Here's a 1-0. Cut on and missed. Mentioned in the top when she was at the plate that Such has been one of the region's best. She leads Lake Central in wins, appearances, earned run average, inning pitch, and strikeouts. In earned run average, strikeouts, and wins, that is the second most of any Duneland Conference pitcher. Ahead of her first hitter, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. There is strikeout number 121 on the season for the junior right-hander and the University of Kentucky commit. Here's Kylie Bolatovich, the third baseman. Takes that one up and in. Junior hitting .306 on the year. She's driven in 17. Here comes the 1-0. In there for a strike. That was a good job, and Hobart took a lot of momentum into the inning break despite giving up the 2 runs. Because that big strikeout there to Beals to end the frame. And a game that's all about momentum as their strike 2. And more importantly for Hobart, in their perspective, talking to their coaching staff, need to avoid the big inning today was one of the big things they emphasized as one of their keys to winning this ball game. Here comes the 1-2. That's in there for a called third strike. Back-to-back Ks begin the first inning for Such. And now Shashelski will come on up as the DP. The team's most consistent hitter at the plate all season long looks to extend this first inning. And she takes ball 1. Each side so far saw the first 2 get sit down. And their halves of the first inning. Lake Central then put the next 3 on base. We'll see if Hobart can do the same. Two out. Grounded back up the middle, and it squeaks through for a 2-out single. They've mirrored each other so far in each half of the first frame. It was a 2-out single that started the rally for Lake Central. Let's see if it can start a rally here for Hobart, as the cleanup hitter and the catcher Coons will stand in. Team's leader in home runs, runs batted in, and walks. And she's only a freshman. Inside snap throw back, and diving in safely there. One out. Strike got the top of the zone. Swung on and missed. Got her chase out of the zone, and all of a sudden, well, Central's a strike away from getting out of the inning. Hobart offense has been on a great tear as of late. Will they go quiet here in the first? For now, they will not. A snap throw back again. And Trzelski's back in there standing. Hobart's offense in the 3 sectional games averaged just under 12 runs per game, 11.7 to be exact. They outscored their opposition so far in the postseason, 35-11. Here comes a 2-2. That's high, and the count runs full. Time is called prior to the 3-2. Three-2 is swung on and missed to end the inning. So Such strikes out 3 in the frame. They leave the 2-out single on first. After 1, it's 2-0 Lake Central. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Ordering groceries has never been easier with online shopping at Strachan Van Til. Save time and money. In-store sale prices, pickup or delivery, online coupons, reward points, and more. Shop StrachanVanTil.com today. 2-run first inning for Lake Central. The story so far here in this 4A regional championship game. 2 RBI triple for Maddie Such with 2 away. The only difference on the scoreboard thus far. Emma Wilkins is the right fielder, and she takes that one high for a ball. Wilkins, a junior, hitting .324 on the season. Playing some quality defense in right field. Watches that one away. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike. She took something off of it. Foul back. Just one error on the field defensively for the junior in right. Now awaits a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Snyder at the 1 strikeout to end the inning. There's a fly ball to her counterpart in right field, and making the catch on the run is Teal. Stryler, who's the DP, will step in. 385 on the season. A senior trying to extend her career. Just the 24th game for her. That one taken up and in. 1-0. Outside. Snyder, the right-hander and the senior, is really good as of late, as that one misses. Prior to those 2 runs scored in the first inning, she had not allowed an earned run in her last 3 appearances. Trying to get on back track here with a 3-0, and she's able to get back on schedule with a strike. Round and right for a 3-1. Off the end of the bat, out of play. Great crowd on hand here. Each of the bleachers have completely filled. And then there are standing room areas down each of the right and left field foul lines that are filled as well, with fans from both sides. 3-2 is a rocket into left field for a base hit. Oh, Stryler pieced that one up well on 3-2. Yeah, it's the 3rd hit of the ball game already for LC. Time is called for a brief moment before Bansky can step in. .422 hitter on the year, 11 RBI. With 1 double and 1 triple, she squared. It's ball 1. Tap the order on deck with Van Vossen, who grounded out to 3rd in the first. Peel, by the way, no swing. She pulled it back in time. 3-man umpiring crew assigned to work this one. Here comes a 1-0. The bunt is placed down, or check that. They'll kill it there. Foul ball, so everyone will go back. And there's going to be a conversation here. Yvette Tovar will ask for an explanation. And the umpiring crew will come together. Following the foul ball, there's strike 2. Great frame as well from Kuntz. That was a perfectly placed sacrifice bunt had it gone down. Here comes a 1-2 now. Just missed the outside corner. Stryler off of first. Wind shifting, blowing slightly in. Here comes a 2-2. In the air, shallow right center. Teal ranging in. She makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Lineup car will flip over now. Here's Van Vossen. Bounced out to Balatovich in the first inning. Infield plays in as the first pitch is taken high. .1-0 inside. I think it clipped her. Yes, it did. So now 2 on, 2 away for Wainwright, the Indiana commit, who's the catcher and has really stepped up as a leader on this team this season. They love her on the defensive side of the ball. Her energy and her communication have really set the tone for the defense when we talked to this LC coaching staff ahead of this one. They sang her praises. And she takes that one downstairs. She's 0 for 1. She flew out in the shallow left field on a sweet little basket catch from Turley. Two-0. Coons bluffs the throw both to first and second. She's big on the run game defensively for Hobart. Opponent stolen bases are down 75% from a year ago since Coons has taken over behind the dish. 2-0 on the ground. It bounces over Balatovic's glove and into left field. Stopping at third is Stryler. They're full with 2 away. We had the 2-out single that started the rally in the first. Slater came around to score on the 2 RBI triple. And we're going to see a courtesy runner here for Wainwright. Now the IU commit takes ball 1. "17 home runs this season, which is Lake Central's single season program record, just as the career home run record as well. In there for a strike, it's 1-1. Back-to-back base runners reaching safely for Lake Central. Dangerous spot here. The Brickies need to get that third out here. Avoid the big inning, and that's a beautiful changeup for a strike. It's 1-2. Meanwhile, Lake Central one swing away from not only the big inning, but breaking this one open early. One-two. Fouled off. One-two. Good job there blocking it by Coons. It's a Lake Central team that's only scored 5 runs total in the postseason after they were coming off a stretch where against their conference competition, they were averaging just under 13 runs per game in their 14 conference games. So it's been a tale of two sides. They've been backed by some great pitching performances during this postseason. That's in the dirt. It kicks away. Play at the plate, safe. And now the runner's going to break for the plate there, and she'll score 2. As no one was covering the plate as the trail runner in Van Vossen comes around from second base to score. And off a wild pitch, it's now 4-0 Lake Central. Three and two with 2 away. Big gap in right center field. 3-2 off the end of the bat to short. Hornak handles it, and that will end the inning. Lake Central tacks on 2 more, though, in an unconventional way. A wild pitch doubles their lead through an inning and a half. It's 4-0 Indians. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
To keep up with all things Region Sports, be sure to check us out on our social media pages. We are always active on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and on our website at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we are proud to still be the only game in town. Gaffin leads it off and takes ball one. It's Gaffin, Turley, Weber, 5, 6, 7 for the Brickies, chasing now 4. And something our entire crew was talking about during the commercial break, as the one I was calling and missed, is that 2-run wild pitch changes the entire complexion of the game. Obviously, still very early in this game, but the biggest key to the game when talking to the Hobart coaching staff is we need to play a perfect game on defense because they will make us pay for it, and the aggressiveness on the base pass made them pay for 2 there, even though they didn't actually have a run-scoring hit in that frame. Here's a 1-2 coming from Such. Just missed. Lake Central fans wanted it. They liked the call, or liked the angle of it at least, on that first base side. Two-two. In there for strike 3. 4th K already for the right-handed junior for Lake Central. So now Turley will come up and hit for the first time. The junior left fielder hitting .284 on the season from the right side. Little blooper that's caught by the pitcher. Had a lot of weird backspin on it that just kind of died in the glove of Such. And in the blink of an eye, there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's a strike. Weber, the batter, at first base today. .242 on the season. She's a senior looking to extend her high school playing career. Obviously, still plenty of time, and Hobart's in a stretch where they're playing their best softball this season. There's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. The Brickies, entering tonight, have won 5 of their last 6. Which includes having won 4 straight. Here's an 0-2 with 2 away. In there for strike 3. 5th strikeout already for Such. First 3 up, 3 down inning of the game for either side. We've played 2. It's Lake Central 4, Hobart 0. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work. You're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowd Companies, the business professionals. Third inning begins with a ball to Tegan Tripp, the third baseman who walked and scored in the first inning. Lake Central so far, 4 runs off 4 hits without an error defensively. For Hobart, no runs, 1 hit, no errors defensively, however. They allowed 2 runs off a wild pitch with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Snyder ready to work with a 2-0. Tripp takes it high. Tripp, a Virginia Tech commit. Just so consistent at the plate throughout this entire season. Works a 4-pitch walk, and talking to the coaching staff about her, they really talked about how her consistency has kept them in the games, especially in their 2 postseason wins last week against Munster and Crown Point. That her performances at the plate and just her calm presence there, they're probably not playing here tonight. Especially when you look at how tight those ball games were. Those 2 games were decided by a combined 3 runs. First pitch swinging into center field off the bat of Such, but it dies into the mid of Gaib for out number 1. Rookie fans chanting. Yeah, Such, who had that big bases clearing triple in the first inning, is retired. Here's Sophia Beals, who struck out swinging to end the first inning. Beals, a little excuse me swing, and it's caught by the second baseman, Gaffin. Wilkins steps up for the second time after a fly out to right field to lead off the second. She takes ball 1. Crowd continues to file in here to Hobart High School. That one's inside. Runner with a late break for second, and she'll take it easily. Tegan Tripp swipes second base. Her now team high 16th stolen bag on the season. Popped up, playable in foul territory, and Coons can't make the catch. It went in and out of her mitt. Weber, the first baseman, also had an opportunity. Instead, it's just a strike. It is really tough for the catcher there. You feel for her, because that would have been a great catch to end the inning. Instead, the runner remains in scoring position, and it's a 2-1 count. Line into left center field. That splits the gap. Scoring easily is Tripp. It's an RBI single from Emma Wilkins, and it's 5-0 Lake Central. And exactly what we were talking about earlier. Even though that play doesn't go down as an error on the pop-up just before it, can't afford to make a mistake. You have to make every opportunity when you're playing defense against this Lake Central lineup, or else that will happen. Wilkins picks up her 24th RBI on the season. Stryler pops this out of play. 1-1. Downstairs. Strahler singled and scored in the second. She was the runner on third base when the wild pitch happened. She broke for the plate. A slightly accurate throw probably gets her. In the air, left center field, well struck. Will this get out? It will not. What a catch made by Geib at the wall. Catching it just below the yellow partition, and that will end the inning. Hobart gets some much-needed momentum after LC scores a run. It's 5-0. Last of the third we go. This is Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Geib, who made two great catches, especially one up against the outfield wall in left center, leads it off with a swing and a miss. Geib's first at-bat of the ball game. 10 for 48 on the season, crushes that one foul. Here comes the 0-2. Outside. Good idea from Such, just missed the corner. Had the right height, though. Now 1-2. Fouled straight back. Good battle on display here from the freshman outfielder. Out of play again. Our umpiring crew needs a couple new softballs as well. One, two again. Off the end of the bat, right to Such. Fields her position well, and there's out number one. So far, every out that's been recorded has either been a strikeout or a ball hit to the pitcher for this Hobart offense thus far. They have the one single from Shaselski back in the bottom of the first inning, but that's it. Here's Teal. Right fielder went around. Oh, and 2 quickly. Such already up to 5 strikeouts, now 125 on the season. Now 126. Another strikeout for the righty, and there's 2 away in the third. Ball is on a string right now for Matty Such, and it's a difficult venture first time through for the Hobart lineup. Here's Hornak, who struck out swinging in the first. She watches strike one. The shortstop, who is now 30 for 82 on the year, falls behind 0-2. Got her swinging. 7 strikeouts for Maddie Such. She has sat down the last 7 brickies. And it's been her night so far. It's 5-0 LC through 3. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With offices in Munster and Cedar Lake, Ethos Dental Group offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, dental care you can believe in.
Looking to score great deals on sports and fitness gear? Shop local at Play It Again Sports Maryville. We have new and quality used equipment for baseball, softball, golf, hockey, fitness, and more. Plus, turn your old gear into cash on the spot or create your own discount with store credit for even better deals. Whether you're training, competing, or just getting started, your locally owned Play It Again Sports keeps you in the game.
Welcome back, and we have a pitching change, which means we turn now to another and a new Enigenberg Exterior Home Improvement Hurler for this game, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. Now in for Hobart, it's the right-hander Aurora Shashelski into work. The right-hander leads the team in innings pitched, now has making her 23rd appearance, and is the team leader in strikeouts. 94 and 2/3 innings of work, 45 Ks, 1-0 for 5.55 ERA. That's your new Enigenberg Exteriors Home Improvement Hurler in this game. Enigenberg Exteriors, the premier provider of roofing and siding services with over 40 years of experience. Check them out on the web at ebergexteriors.com. Piper Urbanski in right field, or in center field, who flew out to right field, will lead it off. Ball one. Lake Central has scored at least 1 run in all 3 innings so far tonight. Trying to punch their ticket to semi-states. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the Penn Elkhart Regional Championship game on Saturday in the semi-states, in a contest that swung on and missed. And if reading the bracket correctly, will take place in West Lafayette on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. first pitch. Obviously, everything's subject to change, though, this time of year. 2-1 is slapped to the right side. Nice job by Gaffin to play the short hop for the out. Lineup card over again. Top of the order in Van Vossen. 0 for 1. Ground out, and she reached and scored on a hit by pitch. First pitch swinging down the left field line and foul. Charlie gave it a chase. Popped up out of play again. It's 0-2. Here's an 0-2 from Krzyzewski. Down and away. That's downstairs in the dirt, 2-2. Like Central's offense finally seems to have shown up here in this postseason. They had just 5 runs total through their first 2 games of this postseason, both in the sectionals. 5 runs here through now 3 1/3 in the regional game here today. Off the middle, off the glove of the pitcher, and it caroms into right center for a base hit. It was a hard hit ball from Van Vossen, her second time aboard. Her first hit of the night sees Maddie Wainwright coming to the plate with the runner on first base after singling in the second. 1 for 2 overall in this game for the future Indiana Hoosier. And the dirt, it bounces off of the umpire, and Coons has no play at Van Vossen at second. Here's the 1-0. Missed the top of the zone. Wainwright also flew out to left field in the first. And she lines that one back up the middle and through. Van Vossen around third. The throw will be cut off. They'll go to second, and Wainwright is out there. But they will certainly trade the out for the run if you're Lake Central. It's 6-0 Indians. Wainwright picks up her 29th on the season. Uema will come on up, looking to extend the inning now with 2 away and the base is empty. Got on a missed, out in front. Uema reading her lips from up here saying, wow, how did I miss that? Pitch looked like it was hung right over the heart of the plate. 0-1. Takes a funny hop for Gaffin, but she recovers well, and that will end the inning. Lake Central tacks on another, though. They lead by 6. Halfway home in this one. Softball Night on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Located in the heart of downtown Indianapolis, the newly renovated Hampton Inn is within walking distance to over 30 restaurants and attractions, including Lucas Oilfield and Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a fitness center. Why wait? Make your reservations today. Call 317-261-1200 or make them on the web at hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Stay with us. After the game, we'll name the Proud to Be Union Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. Last of inning number 4, and Hobart looking for base runners here against Maddie Such. Has not been an easy task today, as the righty for Lake Central has sat down the last 7 brickies. And the first pitch has popped up out of play. Milanovich strikeouts looking in the first inning. One of 7 strikeouts that Such has recorded in this one. She has been dominant. 1-1 now. Milanovich, Krzyzewski, and Coons, the first 3 scheduled to hit here. Krzyzewski, the only hit so far for Hobart. Inside, 2-1. Hobart team that, with how they've played this postseason, you feel like they have a run in them. Something's coming here soon. That's a strike. Great pitch there, 2-2. They've won 5 of their last 6 coming into this one tonight. They outscored their opponents in their 3 sectional games by a score of 35-11. Those were schools that, those are some big names as well. Portage, Maryville, and Valparaiso on the way to this one tonight, but Such comes from behind to pick up the K. 8th strikeout overall. It's the 8th retired batter in a row for the righty in the circle. Krzyzewski, the only hit in this one. Team leader in batting average and doubles, takes strike 1. Oh, and 2. Ball on a string right now. Off the end of the bat, it's fouled. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nine overall now for Krzyzewski, or for Such. She gets Krzyzewski for the first time today. She has now sat down the last 9 brickies. Here's Coons looking to spark a 2-out rally here out of the 4-hole. Up and in. Team's leader in home runs, RBI, and walks at the dish right now for the purple and black. Cuts and misses. Part of the game plan at work right now is trying to see as many pitches as they can. They've done a good job of working the pitch count. Don't have a lot of results to show for it, as that one misses high. It's 2-1. Coons was a strikeout victim to end the first inning. 2-2. Just got the top of the zone. Such looks in for a sign, has it, and a 2-2 with 2 away. Missed in a similar spot that was just called a strike. Wonder if that was just a hair more inside. Now full count. Strike 3 called. Matty Such has struck out 10 in this one already. 4 shutout innings for the right-handed junior. And it's 6-0 Lake Central through 4 here on Softball Night on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Crispy Golden award-winning flavor. Strachan Van Til's fried chicken is voted best in the region. Perfect for any party. Skip the stress and serve the best. Order today at StrachanVanTil.com. Top of the 5th inning, and it's all Lake Central here in this Class 4A Regional Championship game. Captain Later, Zach Zelli, Martin Mario Jr., and our entire Region Sports Network crew and team welcoming you back to Hobart High School on this perfect Tuesday night. 72 degrees, sunshine, and not a cloud in the sky for this game with hardware on the line as the inning begins with a strike called to Tegan Tripp. 2 walks in this game for the LC third baseman. She's also scored twice. Here's the 0-1. In the air to right field, pretty well struck, but it dies into the mid of Teal. Looked like that ball was going to carry more off the bat. It, in fact, did the opposite. Had some backspin on it, and it hung up for the right fielder. And for the second straight frame and 3rd time overall, or 4th time, I beg your pardon, the Lake Central leadoff hitter has been retired. Here's Such. The big blast so far in this one, and she has another hit, and it gets through the legs of the center fielder, Geib. Such will pump the brakes with a single and likely E8. We'll wait for official confirmation. That ball kind of just handcuffed the center fielder, Geib. The freshman was waiting to play for the hop. And at least according to the official scoreboard, I guess they're ruling a double. So Johnson will rejoin as the courtesy runner for the pitcher. So Beals will step up. 0 for 2 in this one, a strikeout and a pop-out. And she takes strike 1. Line 1. And this is starting to look like the normal Lake Central offense as a whole, as that one's popped up, should be caught, and it is, by the shortstop, Hornack. Hobart still defensively has yet to put up a 0 tonight, so they're looking to have that change right here. But back to Lake Central's offense for a moment. Team that has a team average of 440 on the season. They're 334 for 759 entering play tonight. Here now is Wilkins, who attacks the first pitch and fouls it off. RBI single in the third inning for the junior right fielder. A 1 in there, 0-2. Check that. Johnson, the courtesy runner, off second, expands her lead as the pitch crosses for ball 1. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Golden opportunity for a 0 defensively, and then a ton of momentum that you can hope to generate for your offense. Looking for answers against Such. That one just misses away. 2-2. Wilkins 1 for 2 day today so far. Awaits a 2-2 when it's popped up into foul territory, and it sneaks out of play on the right side. That's strike 3 called, and the inning comes to an end. First time tonight, Lake Central does not score on offense. They leave the runner in scoring position. It's 6-0. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack & Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack & Van Til.
From the printer tray to the field, Pulse Technology keeps us moving. For more information about the heartbeat of the Region Sports Network, visit Pulse Technology on the web at pulsetechnology.com. As Gaffin cuts and misses against Maddie Such. 10 strikeouts for the right-hander. She struck out the side in the 4th inning. She has struck out her last 5 overall and has retired 10 consecutive Hobart hitters as she gets up to an 0-2 count. Definition of dominance so far in the circle for Lake Central. And it continues with another strikeout. 6 consecutive strikeouts, 11 overall for Maddie Such. And we're talking about how Lake Central offense struggled and was rather quiet throughout the sectionals. Well, when you're getting performances like this in the circle from your staff, you don't need a whole lot of offense to win the game. So far, they've allowed just 2 runs in this postseason as a staff. Here's a 1-0. And the pitch is cut on and missed by Alexis Turley, who's in left field today. Lining down on a weird top spinning, more like blooper really, but because of the trajectory of the ball, it was qualified as a lineout. Right now in her second at-bat, she's behind 1-2. Here it comes. Such the future Kentucky Wildcat misses in the dirt. Has become one of the veteran leaders on this team, and she's really embraced a larger leadership role this season, and it's allowed her to succeed in both aspects of her game, especially in the circle, as that one's fouled off down the right field line. She is a junior, so got one more year left of high school ball before then, when all but certainly appears to be up to the collegiate ranks from there. Full count with one away, and the pitch. Strike three. Seventh strikeout in a row for Such. Now up to 12 on the game. She's also retired 12 straight as well. Here's Weber trying to extend the inning. And she's, like some of her teammates, fall behind here to the righty. Oh, 1. Just missed inside. Foul back, and it's 1-2. Such trying to sit down. Her 13th consecutive hitter. And her 8th in a row via the K's. That one's fouled off. Since the Geib ground out to the circle, Teal, Hornak, Balatovich, Jaselski, Coons, Gaffin, and Turley have all been retired via the strikeout. Another 2-strike pitch coming. And another strikeout for Maddie Such. She strikes out this side for the second straight inning. She has struck out the last 8 hitters she's faced. We have played 5. Lake Central 6, Hobart nothing. This is Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
To keep up with all things Region Sports, be sure to check us out on our social media pages. We are always active on Facebook. YouTube, Instagram, X, and at our website at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we are proud to still be the only game in town. Top of the sixth begins with Stryler Urbanski, then the top of the LC lineup. And there's a ground ball. Nice job there by Balatovich at third, and she makes the play. Well done at the hot corner from the junior for Hobart. And there's one gone here in the sixth. And we'll see a pinch hitter here. Hattie Michelanis, the freshman, appearing for just the 12th time this season. Urbanski was 0 for 2 prior to this AB. And the first pitch is fouled straight back. Michelanis on the season is 6 for 14 with an RBI, and she's got, believe it or not, 3 triples. And she takes the ball. It's 1-1. And off the hands to second, and Gaffin has no problem with it for out number 2. So the number 9 spot in the order for Lake Central is now a combined 0 for 3. As they'll pass the baton up top to Michaela Van Vossen, who has reached her last 2 plate appearances. Hit by a pitch and a run scored in the second, a single and a run scored in inning number 4. And Vossen goes after the first pitch and punches it through. Second hit of the game for Michaela Van Vossen. She's aboard for the 3rd time now overall. She just threw the hand at the bat at it and let the bat do the work. It was a great simple approach. And now Maddie Wainwright, who singled in a run her last inning, comes up for the 4th time today. 2 for 3 performance, 2 singles and RBI. The ribby was her 29th on the season. And she lines that one into the cap in left center field. Van Vossen goes first to third. And they're on the corners with 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's Iwema now. 1 for 3 overall. First hit of the ball game belonged to her with 2 outs in the top of the 1st inning. As we'll see another courtesy runner. And it'll be the sophomore to courtesy run. Iwema tips that one into the mitt. And now they have the runner caught up between first and second, and they throw it into right center field. Van Vossen scores. Mush will stop at third because Coons caught the ball. It's a foul tip, but it's a strike, so it's not a foul ball. The courtesy runner stopped halfway through thinking because she heard the contact it was a foul ball. They tried to make the heads-up play by throwing out the would-be runner at second base. Instead, chaos ensues. 0-1 base hit right field. Iwema's got her 58th RBI of the year, and it's 8-0 LC. Second hit of the day for Lexi Iwema. And Tripp takes a ball thrown on a second base, not in time. Iwema swipes the bag. It was a good throw from Coons, just not in time. Iwema picks up her 11th stolen base on the season. Tegan Tripp, who's reached twice today, takes that one in the dirt. Iwema to third, and she'll dive in there, no problem at all. And this is the pressure that Lake Central can apply to teams. They just put the ball in play, and their aggressiveness on the base paths forces the defense to make a play. There are still 2 outs in the inning, but 3 straight runners have reached base for LC. There's a cut and a miss. 2 out hitting success has been the big story in this one. Starting way back in the top of the first inning for the Indians. 2-1 is drilled. Left field and gone. It's a 2-run home run for Tegan Tripp. And it's 10-0 Lake Central. Tripp's 9th home run on the season. RBIs number 47 and 48. And the Indians can now taste the trip to semi-states on Saturday. Here's Such now, a 2-hit day for her, a triple and a double in this one. And she rolls that one over foul. Such, who's had a great performance in the circle, a 2-hit day at the plate. What more could you ask for? Well, I think she was probably thinking right now, how about a 3-hit day for myself? That's grounded off the glove. It comes to the shortstop, Hornak. She goes to first, and she throws it away. It's out of play, and Such gets second base as a result. Single E6, second error of the inning. Meanwhile, we told you about the winner of this game. It's the winner of Penn Elkhart. We have a scoreboard update, which is courtesy of your neighbor at Strack and Van Til Food Market. Strack and Van Til. Shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strackandvantil.com. After 5 innings of the Penn Elkhart game, it is Penn 9, Elkhart nothing. So right now we are nearing a Penn Lake Central semi-state matchup on Saturday. That is a Strack and Van Til scoreboard update, courtesy of your neighborhood Strack and Van Til. Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Beals is the 8th hitter to come to the plate in the Lake Central 6, and she clubs this one deep down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone, but it's foul. She crushed that one. Beals is 0 for 3. The only hitter within the top 6 in this order to not reach base at least once, and she falls behind 1 and 2. She looks to change that, though, here in the top of the 6th inning. 4 runs already across here in the frame. On a 1-2. Left it outside. 2-2. Grounded foul left side. Hill's doing a good job fighting to stay alive here in this sixth inning AB. Here it comes a 2-2 now. That's strike three call. Clips the top of the zone, and that will end the inning. But it's a big one for Lake Central. The Indians break it open with the help of the two-run shot to left by Tegan Tripp. Her ninth of the year makes it 10-0. This is Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Ordering groceries has never been easier with online shopping at Strachan Van Til. Save time and money. In-store sale prices, pickup or delivery, online coupons, reward points, and more. Shop StrachanVanTil.com today. Bottom of the sixth inning, and because of the score, we believe this could be it here if Hobart fails to score. Ball one to Riley Geib from Maddie Such, who has 13 strikeouts in the game. She has struck out the last 8 rookie hitters she has faced. Fouled off, it's 1-1. So far for this Hobart offense, just the one hit. Shashelski with the 2-out single in the bottom of the first is it. And then Such began her dominant run that's continuing, having retired 13 straight. And she goes up 1-2. What else is new in this one for her today? One, two. Missed tie. Foul back. She stays alive. Geib granted out to the circle in the third inning. That was her only at bat so far in this one. So far, of the 15 outs recorded, now 16, 14 of them have been strikeouts. She has struck out the last 9. Stankic will come in as a pinch hitter. Stankic, 255 on the season. She's driven in 7 as a senior, appearing in her 27th game this season. That one misses high. Swung on and missed. On a pitch right through. Strike two. They're 2 outs away from a regional title, the 10 after 5 rule in effect. Here comes a 1-2 with 1 away. That's just outside. They'll appeal, no swing. They thought maybe they had a strike 3 in 2 different fashions, pitch location or on a potential check swing. They'll try it again, though. On 2-2. Strike 3. She has sat down the last 10 via strikeouts. 15 overall in this game. And they're 1 out away. First pitch. Here's a ball to Hornak, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Here comes the 1-0. In there for a strike. Such now 135 strikeouts on the season. Through now 82 innings of work. That's to the circle. How fitting it is that she'll end it. Lake Central wins the regional in dominant fashion. A run rule victory for the Lake Central Indians, and they are headed to the semi-states on Saturday. And it was a dominant day for Maddie Such, a dominant day for Lake Central. The handshake line commences. We'll take a break, and we'll come back, or we'll stay right here, beg your pardon, throughout the entire trophy presentation, and then our individual post-game show as well. What a job, and what a job from Lake Central. The Indians win the 4A Regional Championship. Based off the score of the other game, we likely assume that they are going to be playing Penn, and that will be a dandy of a ball game as well. The trophy is out there in the circle, ready to be collected. And Maddie Such will come and get it. And she will hoist it. And Lake Central can now really celebrate some hardware headed back to campus. They'll take a team photo as well and celebrate it. And this was more like the Lake Central team we expected to see at the postseason's beginning. They had 2 games where their offense just wasn't their usual selves. They only scored 5 runs through the sectional, but here they double that tally in 1 game in the regional champ game. 10-0 over Hobart. As there you see the team photo commencing in front of home plate. A photo that many of these players will remember for a long time. And props to Hobart as well. What a great season for the Brickies. What a great postseason run as well. 3 air quote upset wins over Portage, Maryville, and Valpo to get to this point, to come back here and play at home. Unfortunately, they just ran out of steam against what now looks like a machine headed downstate in this Lake Central Indian softball program. Coaches will now hop in the photo as well. And they'll enjoy this for a little bit and then get the preparations going for a game on Saturday. 10-0 again, your final score in 6 innings. Maddie Such, the big story, going the distance. The big home run as well from Tegan Tripp. And we got some obvious candidates for our play and awards of the game. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hand out our post-game awards here on RSN. You're watching Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with yours. We stand in the same bleachers cheering for the same high school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work, you're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Sometimes the hardest part of improving your business isn't coming up with a great idea. It's knowing what to do with it. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services is ready to meet all your industrial and commercial construction needs. Whether it's a small build-out or a complete construction project, Chester will design, build, and finance. Our team eliminates multiple contractors, providing you a single point of contact while staying within your budget. Chester Inc. Architectural and Construction Services, turning your ideas into realities.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Hobart High School. Again, Lake Central winning the 4A Regional Championship with a 10-0 run rule victory over the Hobart Brickies. Time now to hand out some of our hardwares here on the Region Sports Network after the team got some physical hardware today, which means it's time to name the Crowd Companies Lancerman Superhero of the Game. Crowd Companies have offices open from 9 to 7, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. And the Crowd Companies Lancerman Superhero of the Game tonight would it be anyone else than Maddie Such. What a game she had. Complete game shutout, allowing one hit with 15 strikeouts in the game, which including a dominant stretch where she struck out 10 of her final 11 hitters faced in the game. Oh, and at the plate, by the way, she also had a 3-hit day with a homer shy of the cycle, including a 2 RBI triple to get the scoring started in this game. Such improves to a very impressive 14th win on the season. Time now for the Blue Collar Play of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And our Blue Collar Player of the Game tonight was Hobart's Aurora Shaselsky. She had the only hit of the game for Hobart. It was a 2-out single in the bottom of the first inning. But then she threw the final 3 innings of the game in relief from the circle, where she allowed just 4 earned runs, struck out 2, and did her best effort to keep Hobart in the game for as long as possible. But Lake Central was just too much at that point in the ball game. She's our Blue Collar Player of the Game. And now it's last but not least time to name the Proud to be Union Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. And tonight's Ironworkers 395 player of the game comes off the bat of Tegan Tripp, the monstrous and dagger 2-run home run to left field in the top of the 6th inning. The home run got it up to a 10-0 lead. The lead, obviously, which would end up become the final score of the game, but more importantly was the emotional dagger and really set the stage for Lake Central to win this game and ultimately get their way to the semi-states on Saturday, where we are waiting confirmation, but we believe, barring a miracle, they'll be playing Penn. That was tonight's Ironworkers 395 play. The game presented by Ironworkers Local 395, Union Strong. Let's get you your final line totals for tonight's game. For the Lake Central Indians, 10 runs on 13 hits, no errors with 5 left on base. The Hobart Brickies, no runs off 1 hit, 2 errors. They leave 1 on base. The win goes to Maddie Such. She improves to 14-1 on the season. The loss goes to Allie Snyder. She falls to 0-1. Lake Central overall now improves to 28-2 on the season. Hobart's season ends with a record of 11 wins, 18 losses, and 1 tie. The game was played in 6 innings due to the 10 after 5 run rule used in IHSAA softball. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Big thank you to our management crew, our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, coordinating producer, Zach Miller, and our sports director, Mike Dewan. For a special thanks to the coaches of each side, Yvette Tovar of Lake Central, Josh Coons of Hobart, and to the ADs of each athletic department. For Lake Central, that's Chris Enyart and Mike Black of Hobart. To the viewers like you at home, a big thank you on the IHSAA Champions Network and our audience listening audio only on the regionsports.com, YouTube/Region Sports, and Facebook/Region Sports Nation. And last but certainly not least, to our on-site crew who do a great job as always getting this broadcast on the air to you. For our producer Zach Zanelli and our camera operator Martin Murillo Jr., this is Kevin Malater saying so long from Hobart High School. You've been watching a presentation of Softball Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This broadcast is made possible by Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Ironworkers Local 395, proud to be union. Four Seasons Mechanical, quality and comfort is our guarantee. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. Bricklayers Local 4, the best hands in the business. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Blythe's Team Sports, where the athlete shops. And Hampton Inn, downtown Indianapolis. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.